you're looking to grow your wealth exponentially in 2026, this is the exact roadmap that I use to achieve a net worth of over $100,000 before I was able to even drink, and ultimately how to achieve financial freedom in the long term without having to wait over 40 years to actually see the fruits of your labor, like some of the 401k warriors will like you to believe. But this is also not a get-rich-quick scheme, so be sure to actually put in the effort and achieve the things you want to by following this plan and not just thinking that the plan itself will take you to where you want to be. Holy shit, look at what... Damn, they got fucking T-boned. Dude, I think somebody was seriously injured in that crash. Hey, prayers to them, y'all. Be safe when driving, okay? This is exactly how you should be thinking throughout 2026, and it's gonna revolve around these 5 industries. We're gonna be looking mainly at sales, a service-based product, AI, real estate, and engineering. Now, some of these might seem unrelated to each other, but trust me, I'll make sure to tie them all in so it makes 100% sense. So the first one is gonna be sales. Now, this is a super underrated one. People forget about this just because they may be in, a good industry already. They might be thinking, why would I need to learn sales? I'm already getting a good salary, or my company's already doing fine. What they don't realize is that sales is what can take a company from doing $1 million a year to doing $100 million a year, or from your net worth going from 0 to 100,000 to $1 million. So this year, sales should be really one of the key pillars of what you should be focusing on. And this is going to integrate into every single industry, I promise you. And if you don't want to go to college to take a course on sales, you don't have to. Literally, your goal for this year should simply be to learn scales through any means necessary. And that could mean literally just sitting down and watching a couple hours of YouTube videos a month. Because I promise you, the skills that you're gonna learn in sales are not only gonna help you sell potential products or services, but also sell yourself, whether that be to an audience or to an employer. So sales is absolutely integral. It's also just a great path to take if you don't know what you're doing. Look into sales. Look at the things you like to buy, and look if there's a good opportunity to go sell those. All right, so number 2 is going to be selling some sort of service-based business. Now, a lot of people are very worried at first, but like, I don't know what to sell. I don't know. I can't create a product, and I'm not like the top of my game at any one specific thing. But I can tell you right now, this is closed-minded thinking. You need to understand what you are good at, what you like, and what positions you've been in, right? So, for example, what I mean by this is you need to sell things that you're good at, people that are in similar positions that you are in or have been in. You can find your niche and an audience that is willing to pay for your services. You just have to think about what you're exactly good at and the positions you've been through. So you could teach people how you got through those times or how you're getting through those times. This is gonna be important because we need to be thinking about scalability in 2026, right? It's great to have a good paying job, but it's amazing to have thousands of clients that are willing to pay money for your services. Don't think you have to be some cringe influencer to actually make a good impact on this world. Think tutoring courses rather than Instagram celebrity, okay? The third thing is gonna be AI. And what I mean by this is you have to learn not only how to use AI in your specific niche that you are targeting to build your wealth in, but also just investing in it, meaning just simple capital investments, maybe in like a brokerage account, or private investments if you're built like that. Or it could even mean entrepreneurial. So maybe you start a business that is very niche, but is a real demand in the AI market. This is how the AI market is working, right? People aren't getting paid for generalized AI. That's kind of what ChatGPT is there for, especially nowadays, right? people want skilled AI that is very specific and good at its niche. So if you're able to do that as an entrepreneur, you can always do that too. But you should be at least targeting 2 of these things in 2026. Learning about AI, investing in AI, or creating AI. Just pick 2 of those and really focus your energy on those. And I guarantee you, you will see the returns in the long term, if not within like the next year. The next thing I want to mention is engineering. Now, I'm not saying you have to go get a 4-year degree to learn the skills of engineering. What I mean by engineering is, who do you think is always at the verge and cusp of new and great technology? It's engineers. Who are the people that are always questioning the standard and seeing how they can improve processes? It's engineers. So within the next year, you need to learn how to think like an engineer. Now, maybe you also want to get into engineering. It's a great field, but you don't have to do that to learn the lessons of engineers. This is going to be absolutely integral in 2026 because we are not looking for factory workers as consumers in 2026. We are looking for people who are innovative, people who bring value to our everyday lives, people who question the norm, right? These are engineers. So you got to learn how to think like an engineer, even if you're not one. I can tell you from personal experience as an actual engineer, these skills go far beyond just some random workplace, right? This is in everyday life, everyday business, and especially in your personal finances. The next thing I need to mention is real estate. Now, this one's a little bit more caveated because I don't actually think you need to buy real estate, invest in real estate to really take advantage of the knowledge that learning real estate is going to give to you. So I personally think real estate is an evergreen and sort of inter-century investment and opportunity, right? People are always going to need a place to live, and if they don't, the data centers that keep our brains alive or whatever are going to need a place to stay. So real estate is absolutely always going to be a great industry to look into. Now, I'm not saying every place is ever going to be great to invest in real estate or to buy real estate in, but it is something you need to learn how to deal with. But even if you don't want to do any of that, which I think you should, doesn't matter. You need to learn how real estate is working because it is a burgeoning market, right? If you are a renter, you need to understand how real estate works, right? This is something that if you're not buying real estate, you probably don't need to know as much as somebody who would be investing in real estate is. However, I think it's still super important to learn the lessons that real estate can give you. So with all this, I really want you to think of how you can plug and play these ideas. We really want to be looking for scalability and bringing value to others. If you can do this, and if you can focus in on using these 5 industries in whatever you're good at or whatever you like in general, you're going to be an absolute killer, not only in 2026, but throughout your entire wealth building journey. Your first years of building wealth, this 0 to 100K plus stage, is really just going to look like building skills for the future, investing in yourself, and building a financial flowchart to say, hey, if this happens, then we go this way. If this happens, we go this way. And a foundation to where you are going to succeed in any environment. Now, is it going to be easy? I never said that. However, you need to be able to take the lessons that are in this video and that I've taught in my other videos on investing in the market, taking opportunities, and learning skills, and you need to take these all combined. You can follow a similar wealth building path that I did to get ahead of 99% of people at any age. So thank you all for watching this video. I really hope this brought some value to you, and if it did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.